Good Tuesday morning. A rare reversal from President Trump.
After facing serious backlash from both sides of the aisle, it is June 2nd. This is Today. Fund fiasco. President Trump backing down from his plan to use $1.8 billion of taxpayer money to compensate allies. That decision in the wake of major legal setbacks and a surprising Republican revolt over the controversial fund. We're live at the White House. Primary day. Voters casting ballots in key elections today, including two high-stakes races in California, led by the fierce battle for mayor of Los Angeles.
A lot of people say, oh, he doesn't have any experience, but we all have the experience living in this city.
Former reality star Spencer Pratt gaining late momentum. Could he pull off a stunning upset? We'll take you inside that showdown and what to look for with the midterms now just months away. Breaking overnight, signs of hope. The search expanding for those two miners still trapped inside a cave. Crews now using clues from survivors to try and reach them nearly 2 weeks after they disappeared. This morning, we'll talk live to one of the divers involved in the rescue effort. Turmoil at 60 Minutes. Tensions boiling over during a heated staff meeting. A veteran correspondent tearing into his new bosses, accusing them of murdering the iconic news magazine. So, what's next for the show? We'll have the very latest. All that, plus, she's back. Tennis icon Serena Williams announcing her return nearly 4 years after walking away from the sport.
It's been a fun ride.
Inside the 44-year-old's decision to take the court again, and could she be eyeing another run at Wimbledon? And Taylor's animated era. Taylor Swift revealing she will be joining the new Toy Story.
You know me, I'm the definition of calm.
With a brand new song to kick off her country comeback today, Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Greg Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
And a very good morning to you. Welcome to Today. So glad you decided to start your Tuesday morning with us.
And we have a lot to get to this morning, including another potential setback in the push for peace with Iran following a reportedly very tense phone call between President Trump and Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
And meanwhile, the White House appears to be backing off plans for that controversial $1.8 billion fund after intense pushback from Republicans.
We are also watching today's big primary showdowns across the country, setting the stage for the upcoming midterm elections in November.
We've got it all covered for you. We'll start with NBC's White House correspondent, Gabe Gutierrez. Gabe, good morning to you.
Craig, good morning. This came after unusually intense backlash from Republicans, as you mentioned, who threatened to revolt in the Senate over this controversial plan that could have paid out taxpayer money to January 6th rioters.
This morning, a rare reversal. The Trump administration appearing to back off plans for its $1.8 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund after a judge's order put it on hold. The Department of Justice saying it disagrees strongly but will abide by the court's ruling. And President Trump telling ABC News if a court doesn't allow it, and right now a court hasn't held up, what can you do?
Donald Trump should be ashamed of himself for even coming up with this corrupt scheme in the first place.
Democrats called it a slush fund for Trump allies, but there was unusually fierce opposition from Republicans. Some even threatened to team up with Democrats to block it.
I do think that the best way to handle it is if the administration decides to shut it down themselves.
President Trump had defended the fund, created to compensate people he says were unfairly prosecuted by the Biden administration.
These were people that were weaponized and really treated brutally by a system that was so corrupt.
But the bipartisan condemnation included a closed-door clash between acting Attorney General Todd Blanche and GOP senators.
This is just stupid on stilts.
Amid concerns the fund could be used to pay January 6th rioters.
It's deeply offensive to me that you could have a fund that could even possibly compensate people who assaulted police officers or vandalized the Capitol on January 6th.
Democrats are skeptical the administration is abandoning the idea for the fund entirely and are pushing a bill to officially ban it.
I'm glad to see some of our Republican colleagues speak out on this, but there's a simple way to stop this and stop it for good and prohibit any future entertaining of even the idea of this kind of a slush fund at taxpayer expense.
With Congress back in session this week, the controversy over the fund had threatened to torpedo the bill Republicans are trying to push through Congress to pay for ICE and Border Patrol through the end of Trump's term. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche is likely to be grilled about the fund and whether the administration is dropping it for good when he testifies on Capitol Hill later today. Craig.
Our senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez for us there. Gabe, thank you.
Also this morning, voters are heading to the polls in key primary races across the country today. Two closely watched battles getting much of the attention are in California, one for governor, the other for mayor of Los Angeles, where former reality star Spencer Pratt is making a push to lead the nation's second largest city. NBC's Liz Kreutz is in L.A. for us this morning, up early. Hi, Liz. Good morning.
Hi, Savannah. Good morning to you. Spencer Pratt has certainly made a name for himself in this race that's really been centered on three key issues: frustration over homelessness, the fire recovery, and a large decline in Hollywood production here. And the latest polls show it could be anyone's game to head to a runoff, with current Mayor Karen Bass just a few points ahead of Pratt and her fellow Democrat Nithya Raman.
This morning, voters gearing up for a key primary day. Razor-tight races across the country and all eyes on California.
Now this is a story all about how...
In the final hours of a contest fit for Hollywood, the Los Angeles mayor race where reality star Spencer Pratt...
I say things that I feel.
With the help of viral AI campaign ads made by his supporters, has gained late traction in his long-shot bid.
We all have the experience living in this city.
Pratt, who is a registered Republican but running with no party affiliation, entered the race after losing his home in the Palisades fire last year. He's trying to unseat incumbent Democratic Mayor Karen Bass, who faced intense criticism for her handling of that disaster.
It was one of the worst moments of my life to not be here when my city needed me.
They're also facing City Councilwoman Nithya Raman.
I just don't think Spencer Pratt is any good for LA. He is an influencer. He is a reality TV star.
Definitely voting for Pratt.
Why is that?
Because I'm voting for change.
Californians are also choosing the next leader of the nation's most populous state. Nearly 60 candidates are running to succeed Governor Gavin Newsom. The crowded race becoming even more muddled after former Congressman Eric Swalwell dropped out following sexual assault allegations, which he denies. Democratic politician Javier Becerra currently in the lead, with billionaire investor and climate activist Tom Steyer, also a Democrat, and right-wing political commentator Steve Hilton tracking closely behind. And there are other major races today in 6 primary states. From Iowa, where Democrats are battling it out, hoping to win a Senate seat in the traditionally Republican state this fall, to an unusual race in New Jersey, where GOP rep Tom Kaine has disappeared from the public eye for months, leaving Republicans worried they may eventually lose his key congressional seat, all setting the stage for midterm elections that could shift the balance of power in Washington.
Now, as for that race in New Jersey, Congressman Kaine has said he is addressing a personal medical issue and that he will return once recovered, but he's offered no other details. Meanwhile, here in California, there are several notable House races to watch, including in San Francisco, where voters are deciding who will take over Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi's seat when she retires after nearly 40 years in Congress. Savannah.
Okay, Liz, thank you. And a programming note, you can find complete coverage and analysis of those primary results as they roll in starting tonight, 10 Eastern on NBC News Now.
Also this morning, a surge in violence in the Middle East is casting new uncertainty on those negotiations to end the war with Iran. President Trump now venting his frustrations in a phone call with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, while insisting that talks with Iran are developing at a, quote, rapid pace. NBC's chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel joins us now from Tel Aviv with the very latest overnight. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Craig. A lot of this has to do with the war in Lebanon. The Lebanon war is now becoming a major obstacle to reaching a broader peace deal with Iran, lowering gas prices. And President Trump had a reportedly tough conversation with Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu about the war in Lebanon yesterday, full of expletives. Israeli media are describing it as not personal, but tense. Thousands of government supporters rallied in Tehran overnight, not against the latest exchanges of fire with the U.S., but Israel's intensifying war in Lebanon, which has become the main sticking point, blocking a peace deal with Iran. While President Trump continues to push for a deal that could lower gas prices, Iran announced via state media that it suspended negotiations with Trump to open the Strait of Hormuz until the war in Lebanon is included in the agreement. The U.S. says talks with Iran are still happening. President Trump already brokered a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon in April, but it has not been holding. Israeli forces are now pushing deeper into Lebanon, sending thousands of civilians into their cars yesterday to escape Israel's advance. Hezbollah, which is backed by Iran, has been launching rockets at civilians in northern Israel and using drones to attack Israeli troops. President Trump said on Truth Social that he called Prime Minister Netanyahu and communicated indirectly with Hezbollah, writing, "They agreed that all shooting will stop, that Israel will not attack them, and they will not attack Israel." Axios, citing two sources, reports President Trump exploded on the call with Netanyahu, cursing, calling him crazy, and accusing the prime minister of ingratitude. Netanyahu's office and the White House haven't commented on the Axios report. Netanyahu agreed to pause attacks on the Lebanese capital, Beirut, but said in a statement the Israeli military will continue operating as planned in southern Lebanon. A Hezbollah leader said the group would stop shooting if Israel stops fighting across the country. Not the same terms, so a broader peace deal still appears elusive. And more indications just this morning that Israel has no intention of slowing down its war in southern Lebanon. The Israeli military issuing new evacuation orders for Lebanese civilians to leave parts of the area. Craig.
Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Engel. Richard, thank you.
We are following new developments overnight in the race to rescue those two remaining miners trapped inside a cave in Laos. Crews now relying on the survivors who've come out for vital information to find their friends. We will talk to one of the divers involved in that search in just a moment. But first, NBC's Janice Mackey-Frere joins us with the latest now. Janice, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. For nearly 2 weeks, the world's attention has been locked on this remote cave in Laos, where rescue teams are desperately searching for two men trapped somewhere inside in a race against time, weather, and uncertainty.
Yeah. Overnight, the search expanding for two men still missing inside a cave in central Laos. Rescue teams heading deeper into the narrow tunnels underground, while above, exploring other ways to get into the cave. Rescuers getting valuable information from survivors. 4 men incredibly crawling out on their own over the weekend. A day after divers pulled the first survivor to safety. The ambitious plan is now taking shape.
Drop the water here.
Every detail both delicate and crucial.
Once the water here can clear up, we bring another pump to here.
Because time is running out.
What are the biggest risks? That's the water. Because if the water, like the raining harder, the water getting into the cave, that is the worst.
What sparked momentum for the search, a knocking sound, heard by divers on Monday when they were deep inside a shaft. The goal, according to rescuers, to reach a chamber about 1,000 feet in, where they know there's an air pocket and maybe a chance to find them.
The rescue effort now carries different risks, with the focus more on rappelling down ropes and climbing on rocks. Several of the divers are now stepping back, but we're told the big push into the cave won't happen until they get most of the water pumped out. Savannah, Craig.
All right, Janice, thank you so much. Australian cave diver Josh Richards is with us now. He was part of that rescue effort, squeezing into some extremely tight spots to look for those missing men. Josh, good morning. I mean, thank you for this work you've done on behalf of those miners. I think it's hard for us sitting here to really imagine how impossibly dangerous that situation was. Can you take us inside what it's like inside this cave complex?
I can try. So I'll be honest. The entire thing kind of feels like a muddy tube of despair, especially the initial entrance, which is the footage that you're looking at the moment. You climb down a series of rocks, and eventually you get down to what is essentially a channel, and that involves then squeezing and pulling yourself along using the pumping, the actual hoses that are running through the cave itself, pulling yourself along those. There is a point about halfway along that first dip where I have to take my helmet off and squeeze through, and I've got my head running against the roof while my face is half covered in mud at the same time. So it's, for someone like me who is actually claustrophobic, it is a deeply unpleasant experience.
Josh, what was it like those moments when you were able to actually get them out? What were their spirits like? What were they saying, if anything?
Honestly, when the fall came out in particular, it was just shock. We were absolutely not expecting that in any shape or form. I had been gearing up. I had literally been standing with Miko Parsi having a discussion about what I was going to do, the food that I was going to take to them, the medication, the water, all of that. At the same time, we had the pumps running, and we changed some of the pumps around that day, placed one of the high-powered pumps into sump 3 to try and reduce the water in that area as best we could. And we can't have people in the cave while the pumps are running. The hoses expand, and they actually block the tunnels. So everyone comes out of the cave while the pumps are running, and the pumps were just about to stop. I was halfway through a conversation with Miko discussing what we would do if one of the guys had died overnight and what I would have to potentially do with the body. And mid-sentence, we start hearing cheers behind us, spin around, and there's these 4 muddy faces that have popped out of the cave. Wow. We couldn't believe it. Again, these guys have not just gotten themselves out through that sump, they've watched the water level drop down low enough, but once it's dropped down low enough, they've dipped under and then crawled the 350 metres back out to the entrance over those running pipes, over those running pumps. So just extraordinary that they managed to do that, and none of us knew it was coming.
And in the few seconds that we have left, I mean, these are desperate hours for the remaining 2 miners. How hopeful are you? How intense is the search now?
So the search has continued, but it is shifting. It's moved towards dropping down vertical shafts. I will clarify that the knocking noise that folks have referred to, that was me. That was me in the actual vertical tube knocking against the wall and then trying to listen for a response. I did hear something that I didn't recognise, but I would not have described as a knock. Maybe a scratch. There were also bats in the cave, so I think there's been a lot of excitement about this knocking sound. The reality is, I was the guy in the tube, and I certainly didn't hear someone knocking back. That is not what happened, but it sounds like there's been some mistranslation, a little bit of false hope, based on what I was trying to report back.
Yeah. All right. Well, the search continues, and again, thank you for your efforts there, Josh Richards. Appreciate it.
All right, more to get to here on a Tuesday morning, including a first check of the weather. For that, we say good morning to Dylan. She is in for Al. Hey, Dylan.
Good morning, guys. We've got a whole pattern shift that we're going to start to see with this area of high pressure settling in. Everything kind of rotates out of the southwest around this high pressure. So we're going to see temperatures begin to warm up, especially back through the Great Lakes, eventually into the northeast, too, with this warming trend on track. Now, also going in this southerly direction or coming from the south is the moisture from the Gulf. This is going to produce some scattered showers and storms. Some of those storms could produce some really heavy rainfall. So we do have a couple areas where we could see a slight risk of stronger storms, especially up across North and South Dakota. Marginal risk stretching down into New Mexico. This will kind of be the case as we go into tomorrow, too. Some scattered storms moving out of the Dakotas into Minnesota. We'll also see some pockets of heavier rain down through New Mexico and into Texas, too. So the flood risk continues there. In the Northeast, enjoy the sunshine. Mid-70s, absolutely beautiful. Still dealing with some heavy rain along the Gulf Coast and down into Florida, too. And then back through the Great Lakes, even warmer, highs up into the 80s. That's a look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
Oh, we're back.
Right out of my
7:30.
childhood.
I mean, right there. Could you love it anymore? Gene Wilder's grand entrance and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I mean, just one of the beloved star's many legendary moments over the years.
That's right. This morning, we've got word of a Gene Wilder biopic that apparently is in the works. We're going to tell you what we know about that and tons of other great stuff in Pop Start.
Okay, sounds good. First, we're going to start this half hour with tensions boiling over now at the flagship of CBS News. Its program 60 Minutes.
Veteran correspondent Scott Pelley ripping into leadership during a staff meeting, questioning the network's commitment to the show and also his boss's qualifications. NBC's Stephanie Gosk is here in the studio with more on this. Steph, good morning.
Hey, guys, good morning. This comes after a series of changes at CBS News. Critics have accused its new leadership of being politically motivated as its parent network Paramount is part of a merger under review by the Trump administration, while CBS bosses say the shifts are necessary.
This morning, turmoil at 60 Minutes.
I'm Scott Pelley.
Veteran correspondent Scott Pelley blasting CBS News leadership in a fiery meeting Monday, accusing editor-in-chief Barry Weiss of murdering the revered show, according to a source in the room and an audio recording obtained by NBC News. The tense exchange came during a staff meeting with the brand new 60 Minutes executive producer, technology journalist and documentary maker Nick Bilton, who was tapped by Weiss last week, despite never having worked in traditional broadcast news. At Monday's meeting, Bilton warned staff that broadcast is an ice cube that is melting, and the show must adapt. But added that Weiss loved 60 Minutes, according to the recording. At that, Pelley interrupted, saying firmly, she does not love this place. She was brought in to kill it, and she's been doing exactly that. Adding, she has no qualifications for her job, and telling his new boss directly, you have slender qualifications for this job. Former 60 Minutes head Bill Owens also blasting CBS Monday night.
Scott can smell a fraud from a mile away.
As concerns grow for the landmark show.
60 Minutes really is the crown jewel of American journalism, and there's a lot of fear and anxiety among people.
The fiery meeting comes just days after Weiss fired the show's executive producer, Tanya Simon, her deputy, and two 60 Minutes correspondents. Among them, Sharon Alfonsi, whose story questioning the Trump administration's immigration policies was temporarily held by Weiss just before it was set to air in December. Alfonsi publicly calling that a political decision, while Weiss said the segment wasn't ready. Tensions between journalists and leadership had already been high since David Ellison took over CBS News parent company Paramount last year and appointed Weiss, a former columnist critical of legacy media, as editor-in-chief. Since then, the network and 60 Minutes has seen multiple shakeups, including the loss of star Anderson Cooper.
To give up something you've watched since you were a kid, yeah, I will miss this.
Now some wonder if the clock is ticking on a Sunday institution.
A lot of folks also wondering if the clock is ticking on Scott Pelley at CBS, long been one of the faces of the Tiffany network. Yeah. What do we think is going to happen there?
Well, listen, this meeting was confrontational. It was vitriolic. The New York Times reports that after the executive producer walked out, the room erupted in applause. A source close to Scott Pelley tells us that current employees and former employees, including Sharon Alfonsi, reached out to Scott Pelley to thank him for his comments. Now, the show right now is on hiatus. It comes back in the fall, but a lot of people are asking that question. What is it going to look like when it does?
Yeah. All right. Steph, keep us posted.
Extraordinary. Thank you, Stephanie.
All right, guys, just ahead, the very young directors that are putting Hollywood on notice with creative ideas that are smashing box office records, how their success could shake up the entire industry and your movie experience.
But first, Kaylee Hartung is here with the big story in tennis. Serena Williams' decision to resume her legendary career.
Yeah, that's right, Savannah. At 44 years old, nearly 4 years after her last competitive match, the mother of two is making a comeback. Coming up, more on the enthusiastic reaction to the return of the greatest of all time. Stay with us.
So we're back, 7:39 now. This morning on In Depth today, the return of one of the greatest athletes of all time.
That's right. Of course, we're talking about Serena Williams confirming she's ready to compete again nearly 4 years after stepping away from professional tennis.
NBC's Kaylee Hartung is here with all the details. The tennis world is all abuzz with this.
I see smiles on everybody's faces with this one, right? Because the tennis legend will be competing in doubles matches at the Queen's Club tournament in London, which is widely known as a warm-up before Wimbledon. Though Williams has not yet confirmed a Wimbledon appearance. Fans and fellow athletes celebrating her return, with the icon saying she is excited to be back competing on one of the sport's iconic stages.
This morning, the queen of tennis is back. Serena Williams answering the call to once again return to the court.
I gotta change my number.
In a stunning announcement Monday, Williams confirming she'll be competing in doubles matches at the Queen's Club in London next week, calling it the perfect place to begin this next chapter. Her partner, 19-year-old Victoria Mboko of Canada.
She's an amazing player, full of power.
Last week, the rising star addressing rumors of playing with her idol.
I really look up to her. The fact that she even knows me is it's very exciting.
The 44-year-old stepping away from the sport in 2022 after an emotional loss at the U.S. Open.
It's been a fun ride.
At the time, trading the word retired for evolution.
There's nothing about me not loving my job. It's very emotional to evolve into something new.
The mom of two later telling Vogue she was shifting her focus to her family, though she's never strayed away from the public eye. From a Super Bowl appearance
GLP-1s helped me lose 31 pounds.
to promoting her health journey through weight loss drugs as a paid spokesperson.
I tried it and it actually worked.
Her departure remained a tough pill to swallow for tennis fans, with a career spanning decades and garnering 73 singles titles, including 23 Grand Slams. But expectations rose again last December when she re-entered the sport's drug testing pool. The mass speculation prompting Williams to respond on X, "I'm not coming back. This wildfire is crazy." A month later, Savannah asking the tennis legend about a potential comeback.
Okay, but you did re-enter.
Did
So
I
you're
re-enter?
saying
I
there's
don't know
a
if I was
chance.
out. Listen, I can't discuss this.
Fans and sports stars celebrating Williams' return, from tennis star Coco Gauff to fellow gold medal Olympians Lindsey Vonn and Allison Felix. As anticipation builds for the greatest of all time's bounce back in London, tennis fans eagerly hope for another potential Wimbledon run.
It's a stone's throw away from Wimbledon. If that's what Serena wants to do, there's no better place to play than at Queen's.
Wow. I mean, people are so excited about this. So how is she looking? Do we have any, what do they call it? Scouting report?
Scouting report on her?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so one of her longtime former coaches says doubles is doable for her. Even after this 4-year hiatus, she can still hit the ball. Yeah. But he also notes Father Time is undefeated. You have to consider the wear and tear, the stress of competition on the body and the recovery required. So this Queen's Club event is next week. That's 3 weeks before Wimbledon. Okay. Does she have the right support system around her to be able to bounce back? This is that first test. Okay. It's not a no on Wimbledon, but she's not giving anything away just
thinking
yet.
That if it goes well during the doubles match, that maybe she'll use that to gauge.
You would have to think. But she also chose one fantastic doubles partner in Victoria Mboko. She says that Serena was an idol of hers growing up. She's modeled her game after Serena with power and aggressiveness. She is going to be working to cover half the court and then some to support Serena in this effort.
Cool. Kaylee, thank you.
All right, let's turn now to another check of the weather. Dylan in for Al. Hey, what are we looking at?
Good morning again, guys. If you've been missing the summer heat in the Northeast, don't worry, it's on its way back. In fact, we're going to start to see those temperatures get well above average going forward. Today, though, is still right on track for about average. In the Southeast, a little cloudier, so temps a little cooler. You go up into the upper Midwest, the Northern Plains. Minneapolis looks like 83 today, 83 in Rapid City, and then tomorrow we're going to continue to see that warm up move eastward. Detroit gets up to 83, Bangor, Maine 78. That's above average. Philly about 82. Still cool and cloudy down in the Southeast. Temperatures running in the mid to upper 70s, and then we'll get into some upper 80s and lower 90s as we get closer to the weekend. Cleveland's 87 Thursday, 85 on Friday. New York gets into the lower 90s for Friday and Saturday. Richmond, lower 90s as well as we head into the start of the weekend. Today, though, enjoy a beautiful day in the Northeast, the Great Lakes, the Mid-Atlantic, the Appalachians. Some severe storms could develop across the Northern Plains. The West Coast looks beautiful, too. Lots of sunshine and fairly warm in the 80s and 90s in the Pacific Northwest. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast.
All right. Let's get a PSSP.
We got a good one for you guys. As we reported yesterday, billboards started popping up all over the country, possibly indicating a connection between Taylor Swift and Toy Story 5. And after our class in Swiftology, we finally do have some answers this morning. Yesterday it was revealed that Taylor did indeed write a brand new song for the animated movie. It's called I Knew It, I Knew You. It's inspired by the character Jessie. The song will honor Taylor's country roots as well. It was produced by Taylor and Jack Antonoff, marking a nice reunion between those two longtime collaborators. We're going to have to add it for our New Music Friday list because it starts streaming in just 3 days, and Toy Story 5 is out June 19th.
Wow.
Big deal.
See, everyone thinks like, oh, you're over-interpreting the signals. No, we're not. No, it turned out to be true.
Spot on
The 13 clouds, the TS,
It's a big deal for the
There
movie.
were 13 clouds?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, I
it
didn't
said,
know that
yeah,
was
it
a
said TS, which is Toy Story, but also Taylor.
Yes.
Did you miss
Yeah.
sniff all of
Thanks
it
for
yesterday?
watching.
I'm sorry I missed
She
it
wasn't here
yesterday.
You weren't at the class? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll catch you up.
We will
You
get
can have my notes.
the rest of Pop Start in just a bit. I see JBH has made her way here, too.
Yeah, hi guys. We love sweet surprises, and when it's for a beloved teacher, we love them even more. You want to see this one before starting your day, right after this.
Oh, we're back, and Jenna's got her boost.
Okay, last year we brought you the story of an incredible principal in Arlington, Texas. Jason Mutterer, or Coach Mutt, took time to learn about each of his students in his graduating class. He then wrote over 400 personalized letters to the graduates, complete with a dollar bill in each one. Well, this year he carried on the tradition with cards and bills for the class of 2026. However, at graduation, the students had a surprise for him.
Over the past few days, we got every senior to write you a letter in return. Coach Mutt, all your hard work has led to this moment.
How sweet is that?
Amazing.
We don't know if he got dollars. Carson
Well,
wants to know,
I
but
was suggesting that maybe all the seniors put a little dollar bill in that for
$1.
him.
Maybe they did, but Coach Mutt spoke to our NBC station in Dallas about his reaction in that moment.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Really overwhelmed. Just the fact that students took the time to pour back into me. They didn't have to do that, right? They're the ones that should be celebrating, and today is their day. And to take that time and show some kind of appreciation to me was just phenomenal.
Man,
that's great.
Don't you feel like letter writing is like the lost art?
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful
It's like
way
pulling
to-
teeth to get my kids to write a thank you note.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's so important that they do it.
Yeah, I know. My kids actually wrote one for you, but of course I forgot to bring it.
Oh,
and I
that's
just
right.
remembered on the
No
booth.
worries.
But they did it.
But they did it. But
That's
they
impressive.
did it.
All right.
good
Well,
stuff.
coming up, look who it is. Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer? You are? Oh, there she is.
that.
You know what?
The walk-in.
She is. Oh, and Brett Goldstein. Hello,
Strong.
two for the price of one. They're having a little office romance in their new movie. We're going to sit down with both of them after your local news.
It's 8 o'clock on today. Coming up, reversing course. President Trump backing down from his plan to use $1.8 billion of taxpayer money to compensate allies after legal setbacks and a major pushback from Republicans. The latest coming up. Then, thrifting gears. How secondhand shopping is really having a moment.
It's literally $5.90.
With young shoppers now leading an old trend.
So be patient.
Be patient.
And look past the trash for the treasures.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, how to get the best bang for your buck. And making the cut. Young directors who started off on social media now topping the box office.
As the leader of the ship, I had to tell the people this is going to be huge. But really, I had no idea.
So, could Generation Z help save Hollywood? The details on that straight ahead. All that plus He-Man live in Studio 1A. Gene Wilder's life heading to the big screen.
In a world of pure imagination.
And Roy Kent meets Jimmy from the Block.
You wanted to see me?
As the new Office romance stars join us here live today, Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026.
Visiting from Pleasant Grove, Utah, Union City, Tennessee, and Shanahan, Illinois.
Go Cubs!
Morning, Dad. We love you, Trey. We're the youth choir from Smyrna First United Methodist Church. Thanks for having us. Hello to our families in Fargo, North Dakota, and Monticello, Minnesota. From Ohio, celebrating our mom's 75th birthday. It's Sachin's first time in New York City. And I made it on TV.
Yes, you did make it on TV, and so did that adorable little pooch. Look at the puppy. Welcome back to today. So appreciate you being with us on this Tuesday morning. So appreciate all those fine folks out there on the plaza as well. We'll get outside and say hello in just a bit. Look at that huge church group.
I know, good. The puppy, the church group, we got it all out there this morning. You have a must-see interview for us tomorrow. I've been looking forward to this. Legendary director Steven Spielberg and the cast of his new movie, Disclosure Day.
Yeah, you know, SG, it's a sci-fi epic. It is one of the year's most anticipated films, already being hailed as one of Spielberg's best, also being hailed as an all-time performance from Emily Blunt. So we talked to them, as well as the co-stars Coleman Domingo, Josh O'Connor. It's quite the interesting film.
Okay, all right, looking forward to that tomorrow.
Right now, though, let's get to your news at 8. President Trump backing down from his plan to use $1.8 billion of taxpayer money to compensate allies. That decision coming in the wake of legal setbacks and a Republican revolt over the controversial fund. NBC senior White House correspondent Gabe Gutierrez is there at his post with all the details. Gabe, good morning.
Craig, good morning. This is highly unusual. Basically, that Republican revolt torpedoed this idea, an extreme rarity during this administration. The White House now appearing to back off those plans for that $1.8 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund after a judge's order put it on hold. The Justice Department saying it disagrees strongly, but that it will abide by the court's ruling. Still, setting aside the legal hurdles, the political challenges here were huge. President Trump had defended the fund, created to compensate people he says were unfairly prosecuted by the Biden administration. But Democrats called it a slush fund for Trump allies, and there's been bipartisan condemnation amid concerns it could be used to pay January 6th rioters. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche is now likely to be grilled about the fund and whether the administration is dropping it for good when he testifies on Capitol Hill later today. Craig.
Gabe Gutierrez from the White House. Gabe, thank you.
Breaking overnight, Russia launched hundreds of drones and dozens of missiles into Kyiv and other Ukrainian cities, killing at least 16 civilians and wounding more than 100 others. Apartment buildings across the country reduced to rubble, leaving many residents trapped inside. This morning, Ukrainian President Zelensky is pressing the U.S. and European countries for more support, saying if Ukraine is not protected, the deadly missile strikes will continue.
The state of Florida is suing OpenAI and its CEO, Sam Altman, accusing the company of putting profit over safety, fueling violence, and pushing a product it knew could harm users. The lawsuit claims that OpenAI's systems present a, quote, great danger of addiction and cognitive decline to users. The suit is separate from a criminal investigation into OpenAI that Florida's Attorney General opened back in April. In a statement, OpenAI says its systems are designed with, quote, safety at every step, including a more protective experience, especially for minors.
Well, big story out of Hollywood, which has spent years chasing those Gen Z audiences, and turns out the solution may be just hiring them. Some of the hottest movies on the planet right now were created by very young directors, and their box office success has the entire entertainment industry paying attention. NBC's Chloe Melas is here to explain. Chloe, good morning.
Hey there, Savannah. That's right. A whole new generation of creators who grew up making content online. They're bringing their loyal followers fresh ideas and a bold new playbook straight to movie theaters. This weekend's two biggest hits, Backrooms and Obsession, coming from Gen Z filmmakers on shoestring budgets and even, get this, topping the newest Star Wars film. The biggest story at the box office this weekend didn't come from a superhero or a galaxy far, far away. I'm your freaky Nikki. It came from YouTube. A24's Backrooms, about an unsettling alternate universe dominated with 81.4 million, making 20-year-old Kane Parsons the youngest director to open a film at #1 globally. No, don't do that! And in second place, 26-year-old Curry Barker's directorial debut, Obsession, an unprecedented feat, especially for a film that cost just $750,000 to make.
As the leader of the ship, I had to tell the people this is going to be huge. But really, I had no idea.
Both first-timers got their start on YouTube with viral horror videos, building a fan base that followed them to the big screen.
What does all of this say about the future of big budget blockbuster Hollywood movies?
So it says there's a new model, which is come up with an interesting idea, come up with a filmmaker that can do it for cheap, and people will show up because it feels fresh.
Welcomed by younger audiences who are driving a movie theater renaissance. Gen Z's theater attendance jumped 25% last year, more so than any other generation. And according to the studios, 2/3 of Backrooms' audience was under 25, while roughly 75% of Obsession viewers were in the 18 to 34 demographic. The success of both films sparking questions of whether a generation raised online may end up saving the movie theater experience.
So both Backrooms and Obsession have outperformed Disney's Mandalorian and Grogu, which cost around $165 million to make, while the combined budget for Backrooms and Obsession is just shy of $11 million. And these directors, they are just getting started. A24 has tapped Curry Barker, you guys, to direct and write the next reimagining of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then Kane Parsons, he has said that he's not done with Backrooms just yet, so you might actually get a sequel. And clearly, the younger generations, they are here for all of it.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, Chloe, thank you very much. Carson, what you got for Pop Stars?
All right, guys, just ahead, the iconic New York City subway is getting a new voice, and it's a very familiar one here at 30 Rock. We'll explain that and a lot more coming up in Pop Stars.
All right, first, though, shop till you drop. Christine Romans is checking out the coolest way that's actually not so new to save a few bucks.
Hey, good morning, guys. We're talking about the exploding popularity of thrifting. Secondhand shopping is having a moment as people seek value and really have fun on a good treasure hunt. Come with us as we go shopping with a bunch of teenagers to find out just what is driving this trend. That's next on Today.
We just can't play this song enough this morning. This morning on Today's Consumer, why thrift stores are back in fashion.
Yeah, budgets, of course, tight for a lot of families as they look for ways to save. Many are turning to secondhand stores. NBC's chief business correspondent, Christine Romans, she actually went treasure hunting for some luxury goods at a discount, and I understand mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Look, it is so popular, thrift shopping, that the government is now including secondhand apparel when it compiles consumer prices. And leading the way, Gen Z, it's young shoppers looking for a bargain, looking for something cool. I decided to research this trend for myself with a little help.
Fancy dresses, toys, silk shirts. Thrift shopping is having a moment as savvy savers search for a bargain and hunt for treasure. And it's young shoppers leading the trend.
Yeah, I need a dress.
So who better to show me how it's done than my 18-year-old son Finn and his friends Olivia, Julia, Maddie, and Mo. First stop, a church thrift shop in Montclair, New Jersey.
Oh, it's so cute in here.
It's open 3 days a week and sells everything from purses to pants.
Those are fun. Yeah, for summer.
Why do you guys thrift? You're looking for a bargain.
Yeah, well, when I go thrifting, it's normally because, well, first of all,
because your mean mom says no more money.
Yeah, I spend a little too much. My spending habits aren't very great. When I feel like I have the urge or I need to buy more clothes or something, I always go through a thrift store first just because there's a lot of diamonds in the rough.
The numbers back it up. Bank of America found secondhand fashion transactions are up 22% from a year ago.
Secondhand fashion is booming, and that's for, I would say, 3 key reasons: value, variety, and also sustainability.
So popular, the government now tracks secondhand apparel in its consumer price reports. And foot traffic site Placer found visits to traditional apparel retailers dropped from late 2022 to late 2025, but visits to thrift stores soared more than 25%. It's not just in-store, but online too, on sites like Depop, ThredUp, and Vinted.
For college, I got so much stuff off of Depop.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Shirts, jackets.
It's very popular among
Yeah.
teenagers.
Yeah,
Like Depop
definitely.
is like what everybody does, and you can sell stuff on it too.
Bank of America found more people are selling at secondhand stores, especially Gen Z.
So secondhand fashion is more than a place to shop. It's also a place to, earn a little extra money while feeling good about cleaning out your closet.
At the church thrift shop, we found a winner, $3 sweatpants.
I'm gonna get these, please.
Well, you want shotgun?
But our teens weren't done yet. So we headed to a thrift shop down the road on a mission to strike secondhand shopping gold.
Oh, Athleta for $12.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
The thrift shopping craze comes as many Americans struggle to afford the basics. Inflation is at a 3-year high. Prices are rising faster than wages for the first time since 2023. Overall, consumer prices have jumped 25% over the past 5 years.
Have you noticed that everyone's talking about how much things cost?
Yeah, like everything.
Affordability is something even at 18 years old you know about?
Yeah, not even just talking about it, like seeing it firsthand. You look at your self-checkout and it's $80. You're like, how did this happen?
Here at 2nd Street, there's something at every price point with items from $5 to $5,000. Budget-friendly basics and designer finds.
They don't make this anymore.
Store manager Marco Alvarado says thrifting is about finding things you can't just get at the mall.
Secondhand has become cool.
Yes, because of character. My shirt, it's not black. It has a little bit of some fade. But it's cool that it went through some other people before it came to me, and I'm able to follow that up and give it a second life.
Now it's my turn to give something old a new life, so I ask the teens for advice.
A lot of times you really have to dig to find the good things. You have to look past some things. And
All right, so be patient.
Be patient, that's
and look
key.
past the trash for the treasures.
Yeah, exactly.
I sifted through jackets and dresses, and finally,
it's literally $5.90. Thank you.
the perfect fit.
I mean, you know me, I love a good bargain.
Yeah, like $5.90. It looks good.
And Hoda's hand-me-down boots, like I'm scoring today.
You really are.
But look, they have a lot of advice for doing this because it can be a little overwhelming. The kids and the store manager say, come with a plan. Maybe stick to one section so you're not overwhelmed. Stay focused. Know the trends. Believe it or not, dirty is cool. Beat up is cool.
That was my reaction.
I mean, maybe not dirty, but it has to look like it's been worn.
Right.
And beware of the impulse purchase. A lot of thrift stores don't do returns or exchanges, so make sure you're buying something that you really want and you're going to love because you're not going to be able to bring it back.
You don't care because it was $5.
Because it was $5. This was $5.90, and this is to me like a perfect conservative TV jacket. A little bright.
The sustainability aspect of it, I do like that.
All the kids told me that it really mattered to them, that it wasn't something that they were buying cheap that they were gonna throw away. So it's kind of a rejection of the fast fashion a little bit. Did your daughter throw?
I like the credit card part of this, where you know it's saving some money. Because there's a lot of boutique shops where the old rock and roll used T-shirts like Led Zeppelin and the Beatles, they charge like $150
those
for
are
those.
expensive.
And they're used. They're a thrift shop.
I mean, I give these kids a lot of credit, but I will say I was watching other kids, walk out with their purchases and then go right over to the Starbucks and buy an $8 drink.
Right.
So
We're not there yet.
I do think they choose their frugality.
That's your investigative piece next.
Yes, exactly.
What happened to Maddie and Mo and your son?
When I left them.
Yeah, they went and got a frappe.
Strawberry acai.
Yeah. Oh, of course. No fruit. You know that. Yeah. Light ice.
And thanks to your kids, too.
Yeah, thanks.
How about no ice?
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's actually a budget move right there.
And don't forget, you can catch us on the radio as well. Sirius XM Channel 108.
All right, come on, let's play my theme song. I got a new theme song.
Yeah?
Oh,
I'm gonna pop start some mags.
Yeah.
I'm workshopping it right now.
It's really good.
Anything just to play that song in. All right, guys, Chanel, welcome.
Hi.
Sit back, relax. We'll start with Anna Kendrick, the actress, taking on directing with a major movie adaptation. Jenna, we're looking at you on this one. Anna's gonna direct The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo for Netflix, based on the 2017 best-selling book, story following a legendary Hollywood actress as she recounts the great love stories of her life. The novel was written by Taylor Jenkins Reid, who also wrote Daisy Jones and the Six. That was a book that went to the big screen as well. No word on casting yet for Evelyn, but book fans, how are we feeling about that?
That's great. She also wrote Malibu Rising, which was a Reid with Jenna pick. She's epic.
Seems like the role of
Taylor
Evelyn would be a
Jenkins.
heavily sought after gig for an actress.
Yes, because it's a huge part, you
Right.
know? So, yeah, that's great.
There you go. Next up, Gene Wilder. We're going to head to the chocolate factory for this one.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination.
What a great movie. Except that boat ride through the tunnel when I was a kid. When all the imagery going on, the chicken, the head cut off, all that.
Yeah.
Got a little terrifying there for a minute.
Yes.
But then a goose is drinking from the chocolate river, also dumb.
Well, and Violet Beauregard had it coming.
It's a world of
Yeah,
imagination.
right.
Yeah, but it's a lot of scary imagination.
Yeah, it was.
It is a classic.
Yeah,
Wait a minute. We are not going to trash Willy Wonka.
There
and the
were a
Chocolate
few
Factory.
outlying moments that were scarring,
Yeah.
I would say.
I know, but
Anyway.
Charlie and Grandpa and the bubble and the elevator.
Charlie,
Yes.
Great
All in
stuff.
one bed.
Hey guys, don't worry. You don't need your imagination.
Grandpa.
Gene Wilder biopic in the works, according to Deadline. The Wilder estate has granted the rights to Gene's life for this project. It's going to follow the actor as he was a shy theater kid to start out with to one of Hollywood's most beloved comedic voices. They'll spotlight, of course, all the famous ones: Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles. Good luck with that. The producers.
Where's Al? These are all his favorite hits.
Next up, the Academy. You know, every year they honor, obviously, the big screen with the Oscars, and now the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is introducing a brand new award. Looking to celebrate the movie-going experience, they're creating the Marquee Theater List. This is to recognize the best movie theaters around the world. To be eligible, the theater must be brick and mortar and be operating year-round. It also must have a bar. I made that up. But that should be in there.
Nice.
So it'll be 50 of them will be selected by the Academy members to make that inaugural list. Applications are open now.
You know what? It gives the movie theaters a reason to say, hey, come, we're voted the best.
Yeah, and
movie
also to
theater.
like vacuum.
How about the ones that?
Yeah,
exactly.
Have you been to one of the ones with the reclining chairs and they have dinner and stuff like
I love that.
Experiential.
God, those are amazing. I don't even care what the movie is.
Great.
Next up is Tracy Morgan, the comedian, getting ready for one of his biggest gigs, the NBA Finals. And to help the city get excited, the longtime Knicks fan is lending his iconic voice to the subway. That's perfect.
Fellow Knicks fans, it's Tracy Morgan. Game night in New York starts on the subway. The whole city in orange and blue, rolling in together, orange and blue skies, baby. So take the train to the game. That's how we show up. Go New York, go New York, go!
That is the MTA here in New York, leaning all the way in. I don't know if you saw the MSG stop, painted orange and blue. Of course, the NBA Finals kick off tomorrow night.
Let's go
Knicks. Next up, NBC 100, as part of a year-long celebration of the company's big anniversary, fans headed down to Austin, Texas this weekend for ATX TV Festival. Audiences heard from NBC and Peacock stars in the flesh. Some of the panels were featuring actors and creators behind shows like The Paper, Law & Order, SVU, Chicago Med and Fire, as well as Parenthood and The Traitors. And later this week, we're going to have a special piece on the Friday Night Lights reunion that happened down there in Texas as well, celebrating 20 years since the series premiere of that one. And finally, Craig, we're looking at you real quick. We'll talk about the new podcast you've got out, Glass Half Full, with best-selling author and journalist Malcolm Gladwell, who touches on being a dad, his career, and how he chooses to see his own work.
When I think about my books are like having a conversation with someone at dinner. And I say, blah, 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 blah. The other person goes, yeah, but what about this, 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 this? And I go, oh, that's interesting. And then that's my whole life. My whole life is me saying stuff, people responding, and me kind of like, or me meeting someone who's smarter than me and realizing, oh, I didn't know that.
So he sort of walks through his process. It's really fascinating.
Yeah.
He's one of these people that just walks around the world and has for decades, eyes wide open.
It serves him well.
Curious about everything, and
Yeah.
spends a lot of time talking to just really fascinating people and absorbing that information, distilling the information, and then sharing it with us.
When you say Eyes Wide Open, wasn't his bestseller called Blink?
Blink.
Yes,
it was.
exactly.
It
Interesting.
was.
I guess one of Al's favorite books.
Oh,
It's a great
loved
book.
him.
Yeah. He would have been a great stand-up comedian because that's like what Seinfeld does, essentially, finding observational humor and everything. We'll look forward to that. You can search Glass Half Full on YouTube, wherever you get your podcast, to get the full episode. That'll do it for Popstar, guys.
Okay, guys, coming up, grab your sunglasses. Star Power just got very bright in here. Oh, my goodness. Jennifer Lopez, Brett Goldstein. Oh, it's on. Look at the eye contact. Okay. Their new rom-com. But first, your local news.
My new Gucci shoe. Come on. Got Gucci. You saved my shoe. My life.
I mean, who does not love the wedding planner? Well, let me tell you who does love it. Brett Goldstein, who's sitting over here, and his face lit up Like we was distracted, and you were like, oh, look, the wedding planner's on. Okay, well, guess what? This is how this all came to be, because now they have their own rom-com. It is called Office Romance. Brett Goldstein, Jennifer Lopez, she plays an airline CEO who finds herself in the middle of a blooming romance with a subordinate. The two try and fail to play it cool. Check it out.
Good morning, you're about power.
Good morning, Daniel. It's me, Jacqueline Cruz.
Miss Cruz, of course, your name came up. Thank God nobody stole your phone.
Jennifer and Brett, good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
I mean, I just love a rom-com.
Yeah.
You love a rom-com.
I do.
Brett really loves a rom-com.
Yes.
If it stars J-Lo.
Thank you.
You've told this story a million times, but now you're going to tell it 1,000,001 times.
Right.
How you wrote this for Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, me and Joe Kelly, who wrote this, we wanted to make an old school rom-com with ruder jokes, and we were like, who's
With
the
ruder
best?
jokes.
Who's the
Mission
best?
accomplished.
Yeah. It was like, who's the best rom-com person to do it with? And we both, without hesitation, went, J-Lo, obviously. And we wrote it for her, and we sent it to her with a note that said, we wrote this for you, you're at the top of our list. There's only one name on the list. If you don't do this, we're not making the film, and also I'll kill you.
Very sweet.
I mean, not to be meta about it, but that itself would be a good setup for a rom-com. Would it not?
Sequel?
We're trying to find the next one.
I'm just saying, it's right there. So what did you think when you got this note? Because you are famously a Ted Lasso fan. And
I am.
And was Roy, he really was your favorite character.
He was my favorite. And the Roy and Keeley story was like,
The best
that's why I
story.
tuned in
Yeah.
the whole time. And it was crazy when I got it. I was like, he wrote this for me? They wrote this for me? And they were like, yeah, they wrote it for you. And it
very
was
romantic.
very funny, and it was very romantic. And so, yeah, and here we are.
So we all love you in these movies. You are an aficionado of J-Lo's entire career in rom-coms. But this is a little different. It's ruder jokes, check. And you're the boss lady in this one.
Well, I love this, right?
Yes.
Because he gave us a Latina CEO.
Yeah.
Which is, for me, I really haven't seen that on screen, and I think it's great. And I was like, I literally thanked him for. I was like, you know what? I just realized this part, and it was great to be able to play that. And yeah, it's a great movie.
I mean, how did you know, though, Brett, like, other than apparently, like, your dream life, that the chemistry would be good in real life?
You don't know. You really don't know.
Yeah.
It's such a gamble, and you can't audition. You know, you just have to go, well, here it is, we're going to make this. But we were very lucky. It is always, well, it's magic, or she's the best actor in the world and she could have chemistry with a bin. But, like, when we first met on the Zoom, it was instant. Like, we were laughing, it was easy. I was like, okay, it's going to be great.
Well, apparently the verdict is in. I think you've seen this, or perhaps you've watched it 3,000 times. This is Jennifer on with Andy Cohen, talking about the best kiss she ever had. Let's roll it.
Oh, Lord.
Who has been your favorite on-screen kiss?
I'm going to say I just did a movie with Brett Goldstein, and I would say he was the best kisser.
Okay, let's just play that again.
Yeah, I know. Like you don't have it saved on your phone.
That's
You know,
very long.
he always corners you into saying something.
That's why he's good at his job.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, well, let me see if I can channel my best Andy.
Oh, no.
Because you know what everyone's saying.
What's saying?
That it might be real.
Oh,
that you
gosh.
might actually be dating in real life.
There's never a time when I am seen with somebody or working with somebody where they don't try to put me with the person.
That's true.
It's
But
I think if you stand near her, that's what happens.
That's what you wish would happen. No.
Yeah, that's why I've been standing so close.
Well, okay, but I'll just say, because I'm me, and you know me.
Yes.
That was not an answer.
That was not an answer. It was
you
an
didn't
answer.
say yes or no.
Because all these people that they put me, I think I was with Kevin Costner this year. I was with, there was a lot of people.
No,
it happens all the time.
That's what happens when you're like a
Doesn't
hot,
make it
eligible,
true.
single person. Okay, so you're not dating. We
Yes.
not dating in real life.
Not dating.
Okay,
Correct.
all right, let's talk about Ted Lasso.
Okay.
I know that Apple has sworn you to secrecy and you really can't reveal anything. But could you tell J-Lo and then she could tell us?
Trust me, I've already tried.
Yes.
I already tried. I was like, what's going on? First of all, I also love Shrinking.
I know, and you are the writer and co-producer of Shrinking.
Yes. And I was just like, what's going to happen? What's happening? Is Harris work going to be bad?
You
What's
can
going to happen to
ignore
Roy
me.
and Keeley?
You can't ignore Jennifer.
He does.
I can
He did.
ignore her.
Really? Not anything?
I'm not
He
scared of
won't.
her.
He won't tell me.
See, this is why people are into this friendship. Okay, I have a little trivia for you. Oh, I lost my pages, though. Wait, no, here it is. I
You
do.
got flustered.
I got flustered. It's you, Jennifer.
You tried to fluster
it's
us,
you and me.
and you ain't flustered
and
you.
I became flustered. It's not fair. Okay. Oh, wait, couple things. On the floor. One of my favorite club bangers of all time, having a resurgence.
I know.
Back on the charts, and you
on the charts.
You didn't even know.
In a big way. It's crazy. No, Off Campus, which is this great little show that I've been watching that I love. All of a sudden, I'm watching the episode and I see, like, they were like, "Who gonna rock with Jenny?" Da, da, da. And she comes in with the green dress. I'm like, "Oh, it's me!" And then all of a sudden, she's like, "This is me!" Now, it was insane. And all of a sudden, the next day, the song entered the charts again, like 15 years later. It's insane.
Well, you know who always had it memorized is Brett.
Yes.
You know that
He knows
song.
the song.
Can I do just let me do my quick trivia, just to see if you know about what was Jennifer's first major role, Brett?
Well, her first role was in Mi Familia, but then she was in Money Train.
Yeah, but
that's second movie. First, second movie.
Then Jack, then Selena.
Oh my God.
Okay, I wrote Selena, but you really are a completist. You know everything. What borough is she from?
What?
What borough is she from?
Bronx.
Okay, this is a trick question. I heard you say this when you on the Today Show, like 25 years ago.
Okay.
How did she get here? Do you know what I'm going to say?
I think I know what you're alluding to.
How did she get here, literally and figuratively?
I do know the actual answer.
What is it?
She came from a distant planet, and she's actually an alien, and this is how it all works. But I don't know if that's the answer.
He says that I'm an alien. I don't know why.
On the 6.
I know that.
On the 6. Yes, I love it.
That's how I got here.
I have so many more. I could sit all day with you. I would like to be in this situation, but thank you so much. If you love this, we'll love the movie. Office Romance premieres on Netflix this Friday, June 5th. Carson, over to you.
All right, guys, up next, a new batch of beauty bestsellers. Mako here, you got some explaining to do. We've got summer tips that take us all the way from our hair all the way down to our toes. What do we have here?
Good stuff.
Look at this little guy. But first, this is Today on NBC. And we are back with today's bestsellers. The summer season means spending more time outdoors, of course, which means a lot of exposure to the sun. You got the heat, the humidity. So how can we prepare and protect our skin and hair? Lifestyle expert Mako Ndlovu is here with some beauty products that can help us out. So grab your phone. There's a QR code there. You're going to need it. Mako, good to see you.
Oh, always great to see you.
Where do you want to start?
So let's talk about this. So Belief Frozen Cream is amazing. This is a new version of their best-selling moisturizer. This is great if your skin is hot and puffy. This will help to instantly cool it down. You can just apply a little bit all the way from your forehead down onto your neck, really giving you those amazing results. Actually, we can try a little bit of it on. It's like that.
How does a moisturizer help in the heat?
Okay, so this is what it does. It's that K-beauty buzz that is trending all over social media. So you take a little bit of this product, a little bit goes a long way, and you apply it onto your face. Again, if your face is just hot and it's puffy and it's irritated, this helps to cool you down. You can use it every day. So this is what it does. This new formula, according to the brand, will help to cool down the skin temperature up to 10 degrees.
Oh, wow.
So think about that. Our Shop Today team used it and they absolutely love it. So if you're working out or maybe you're hot at night or in the morning, then you can apply it to your face to get those really instant cooling results. And again, you don't have to use a whole lot. Yeah, and then
Maybe
just within a few minutes.
A little depuffing never hurt anybody.
A little depuffing, yes.
All right, so this, what we hear the reviewers say, is just like magic.
It is really magic. Okay, so if you get ingrowns and you get and you're shaving or you're waxing, this will help to give you that smooth skin. So this is what you use. This is the Tend Skin Solution. So you can use this on your bikini area, on your underarms, on your legs. Yeah, you really can.
Okay.
Wherever you grow hair, that is a problem. It's super easy to use. And look at the size of this bottle, Carson. I mean, you can pretty much have this all summer long, right? Because you don't have to use a lot of this product. But think about how much it saves you as well. Instead of going and getting a waxing appointment, you can do this right in the comfort of your own home. And it's light enough that you can use it every single day. Okay, I see you moving me over.
$20.
Let me talk about
Hit
this.
the QR code.
Yes.
This is the It Girl lip balm here.
Have you heard of Summer Fridays?
No, but
Let me school you about Summer Fridays. This is my absolute favorite moisturizer. Why? Because it's not sticky. If your lips are like mine and they're dry and they're flaky, you apply a little bit of this product and it gives you that instant smooth hydration. First of all, the packaging is just stunning. Comes in a bunch of different shades and colors. I'm actually wearing the poppy color. Has a little bit, a light tint of that orange, but they come in a bunch of different colors that you can choose from. I really love this one. This is like the vanilla. That is a a Shop Today favorite. I'm just going to swatch a little bit on. Look at that. It's not sticky. It is very kissable, very friendly. I actually like to line mine up with a liner as well. I love any of these colors that are here. I really love this brown one too. That always looks great.
Another great deal.
Another great deal. You definitely don't want to miss out.
Hit the
It's
QR
great for
code.
summer too. Exactly.
All right, how are we going to protect our hair this summer?
Well, yeah, if you step outside and your hair gets frizzy, this is from Amika. They call it the summer, the Shield spray. The Shield is great because it helps to protect your skin, your hair if it gets frizzy. So what you do, we have a before and after. Let's pull up that before and after because you can essentially see how it goes to work.
We're running out of time.
Yep, if your hair is puffy like
Love
that.
Look at that after.
Yes, so it'll protect
Why
against
do I have
the
this
elements.
foot here? What, Nicole, talk to me. What
Let me talk to you about the foot. Okay, so if your feet are dry, cracked like mine, what you need is this spray right here. This spray is a miracle. It is a game changer. You spray it on your feet, and then it helps to alleviate and give you those smooth feet. So instead of going to the spa, going to the massage, you can do it right in the comfort of your own home. It smells great. It's got all of these amazing ingredients that make it super easy for you to have those just smooth heels right here.
Get that stuff?
That's how it gets there. Your feet can look like that, Carson.
Very good, Miko. Thank you. To shop these products, just scan the QR code or head over to today.com/shop. And by the way, Today does earn, we make a small commission off purchases that are made through our links. Miko, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
By the power of Grayskull, look who we found. Masters of the Universe star Nicholas Galitzine. We're going to talk about showing off both his muscles and his sensitive side as well as He-Man. But first, this is Today on NBC.
By the power of Grayskull.
That's how I grew up. That is how I grew up. We are back with a cartoon classic from the 1980s, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, because we have the star of that highly anticipated live-action movie with us this morning, He-Man himself, Nicholas Galitzine. Masters of the Universe follows Eternia's Prince Adam, who finds himself lost on Earth without his superpowers, finds himself in the middle of America. This is all after the evil Skeletor takes over his planet, but Adam finds his way back home to fight.
How does it feel to be the mighty warrior?
All things considered, I feel pretty great. Not quite sure what happened to my shirt, though. Where are my pants? Do those come back, or I have to buy a new pair every time?
Oh, welcome, Nicholas.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
You've modernized He-Man. I watched this thing. I was like, this is nostalgic.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bit more sensitive than I remember as a 6-year-old.
Yeah, he is certainly a bit more sensitive than Dolph's wonderful interpretation as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But by the way, Dolph Lundgren actually makes a cameo in the film too.
I mean, what an icon. I mean, not just He-Man, you know, obviously Rocky, Expendables. Yeah, it was a joy to work with him.
Did he give any tips on playing a superhero?
He didn't give me any tips per se, but we just kind of talked about, like, I mean, he's like an astrophysicist or something as well, by the way. So
I know.
It seems unfair.
It does.
It's kind of a tough act to follow.
Perfect specimen.
Yeah, this sort of 6'5" Scandinavian god who's also a genius, and then there's me.
Not true. Although I did read that when you put the costume on for the first time, you were basically like, I'm not worthy.
I'm not worthy. Well, because you're obviously doing a lot of costume things throughout prep, and you're going through the bulk. And so the first time, with my pasty skin, you don't feel the power of Eternia just yet. And it's not really until you get on set, and you've got the Farrah Fawcett hair and the Fabio tan that you feel.
Well, you left out the muscles too. You bulked up for this.
I did.
5,000 calories a day?
It's not even like a fun 5,000, you know what I mean?
What are you eating?
It's just like various sort of like iterations of cardboard, basically. You're just like, it's just all stale kind of horrible stuff. Tree bark.
And when you put on the weight like that, you have to drop it.
Yeah.
How long did that take you?
Well, so that one, because we didn't have that much time, that one took quite a while as well, and we had to cut into production as well. So we luckily did a lot of scenes as Adam early on, which really works because where we meet Adam on Earth, he's kind of disheveled. Yeah. He's a little depressed. Yeah. He's working in human resources, which there's nothing wrong with working in human resources.
One of the fastest growing industries in America.
There you go. But he's not having a good time, and so that kind of weight change reflected nicely.
A little birdie dropped this off.
Oh. Where were you keeping
Have you seen? Have you seen this? I mean,
I've
this
seen
was
it.
like, again, this was my childhood. I had like 8 of these in various forms. When you saw that for the first time based on you, what'd you think?
It's very surreal. It's very, very surreal.
You're a superhero.
Look, I grew up playing with action figures, and really, you know, I attribute it with a lot of the sort of birth of my sense of creativity and imagination, and so, you know, having my own figure, it's trippy.
And when you're not doing this, you're a woodworker. I think that's something that a lot of folks might find surprising about you.
I heard that you're a candle maker.
Okay, all right, we're playing that. So yes, we both have weird hobbies.
We're cultured men. We use our hands to create things.
Yes,
and that's hot.
That is hot, yeah.
I just want to say.
Tell my wife, who's been trying to get me to get the candles out of the house for about 2 years now.
That's really fun. Are they like Jan's candles from The Office?
I'm going to get you one.
Okay.
Congratulations, the most powerful man in the universe, Nicholas. Thank you. Masters of the Universe hits theaters this Friday. Coming up on the 3rd hour, hip-hop icon Jeezy. Right after a quick check of your local news and weather.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.